So we decided to experiment with some of the AI UGC videos. So for Prompt Genie, we had this Instagram channel. 2 years ago, we hired someone to one of my friends to do UGC content. So she would film herself and then we would stitch the video with the product demo with a call to action after that. So we have a hook with her, then we have a demo, then we have a call to action as a video format. The videos were not doing as well. And then, we were losing money because it was spending a lot of money, hiring her and all that stuff. So we kind of put that on pause. But with these recent tools, I was like, what if we can just try that with the AI generated avatar? Maybe that's going to help us increase the volume on the channel and maybe we'll get better results. So this is a video we created. So this is an AI avatar that was created, turned into a video and with a little hook on top. And then we have the product video for Prompt Genie. We posted on Instagram. The channel at the time had 300 followers. And then this was the video that I was showing my team how to do, this kind of workflow so they can do it without me. And I just posted it within 5 minutes. And this video is almost doing 1 million views now. A lot of comments were like, hey, is this person real or not? Then we had to put the disclaimer that this person is actually not real. But we got a lot of engagement. We got a lot of traffic onto our platform just through this video, which was cost us a few cents to do. And then this was all AI generated. So the idea, basically what's happening behind the scenes is that you're generating the avatars using the Flux model, which is by Black Forest Labs. And you're using Kling AI to turn those avatars into images. Or you can just leverage tools like Realform, which kind of does this for you. So here we have an idea where we can just put the hook on the top. So we can just put the text hook. We can either create our own avatar or we can pick one from the templates and then we can just stitch our demo video. And that's gonna put the video together and now we have a video ready to go and publish on these social media platforms. Do I like where this is going? Maybe not. I mean, it's gonna render me useless because technically all the content could be done without me. But from a business perspective, I have seen results. I've seen some ROI on my own content on the channel here. I think it's pretty cool still. I mean, it's not gonna go away. So we just have to find a balance between how do we balance, or how do we mitigate human versus AI generated content and avatar. Let's do a little fun exercise. So which one you think between these 3 images is AI generated? Let's look at the first one here, the ad for Orca. Just raise your hands if you think this is AI generated or you think this is a graphic designer's work. AI generated? Hands for AI generated. Okay. We have maybe 25%. What about the second one? It's an ad for Apple Watch. One hand over here, couple over here. All right, a few more. What about the last one? Okay, a lot more hands now. Well, that was a trick question. All 3 are AI generated.
What? Let me explain.
So there was a lot of challenges with the AI image tools where you could not create images with good hands or the text rendering was atrocious. You would try to put, text onto the screen and whatnot. It would just not work. You couldn't get the fonts and everything. But this was just released last week with chatgpt 4 image model, which is why you're seeing all those Ghibli renders of everyone on Instagram and LinkedIn and everywhere. But there are a lot more things which people don't know you can do with this tool, with this upgrade for a model. And one of the examples is creating these ads. So again, you can leverage it in so many different ways. You can augment your skills as graphic design to be able to turn your concept into images, or the best scenario, which I think is going to be more common, is to rapidly iterate your ads, create multiple versions all at once. Maybe here you want to do this for a different example. This is a mango peach. I mean, this blue color doesn't go with it, but maybe you change this color for something else and whatnot. You have a different branding going on. You want to experiment different colors. You can create a whole bunch of different assets very quickly without having to hire someone and then experiment that on your ads platform or whatnot. So how do you create these images? So here's one example. So this is what I tried. So I took this screenshot of a hoodie from Zara's website and I wanted to turn this into a product photo shoot, which I don't have any experience with. So instead of just asking it to hey, just let's do a product photo shoot, I first ask AI to do the brainstorming for me. So my prompt here is can we find a creative idea with the model wearing this hoodie in a fun scene and then create a Facebook ad for this washed quarter zip hoodie from Zara. So very simple prompt, and then ask AI to first kind of create the concept for me. So the ad concept here is off duty, on point. Scene, a model in the hoodie is sitting on a grocery cart in the parking lot at golden hour. Hoodie slightly unzipped, sleeves pushed up, sunglasses on, sneakers dangling off the cart. They're sipping iced coffee, looking totally unbothered and effortlessly cool. There's a vibe, there's a tagline, there's a caption. This is the result I got. I was impressed. At first glance, when you're scrolling your internet, you're probably not gonna see this is AI generated. But when you look closely here, you will see the foot over here is actually kind of getting out of the cart. So AI is still not perfect yet. There's hope. But I mean, to be honest, I don't think it's gonna deter anyone to run this ad on the platform, as long as, of course, there are disclaimers. I'm not entirely sure what Meta policy is about, ads generated by AI and the disclaimers around that. But the idea is we're probably going to not notice that when we're seeing internet, we're scrolling ads on stories, LinkedIn, and other platforms. Here's what I noticed some other people are doing in terms of creating these images. So this is not my example. This is, user Sanjay at Play on X. So what they did, they combined these images. So there's a product image, then we have a madman guy, then we have a nice car. And then the caption of the prompt here is generate an ad of Don Draper with the hairstyle and hat on, sitting in the Jaguar E-Type, make the ad for fragile hat. Headline should be punchiest angle you can cook up if you were Don himself. This is the ad it generated. Again, one of those examples where I would not be able to tell if this is AI generated photo shoot. Even if I could, I wouldn't probably care. It still looks pretty aesthetic to me. The idea here is that there's two ways I think you can start leveraging these tools. One is to kind of ask AI to brainstorm the concepts, or you start kind of putting multiple assets together and ask AI to kind of merge those assets together into a single ad. One thing to note, for every text that you want to mention here, it needs to be mentioned promptly, it needs to be mentioned appropriately in the prompt that you want the text to read this, and this is kind of where you want the positioning for the best results.